quiet man of this football team, Scott Norwood. He can fire the shot heard round the world now and win a Super Bowl. Waiting for the snap. Reich puts it down on the way. It's long enough.
And it is good. It is good.
The Bills have won a Super Bowl.
It's hard for the Buffalo Bills to stop dreaming about what could have been. Not even summer's warmth could melt away their bitter disappointment.
Such a beautiful day in Buffalo. Right. It's even cold in all July. That'll be on the news.
It's hard to get to the top, but it's even harder to stay on the top.
We have to have a group of guys that have good football skills and then play together. And that's what we've been able to do this past year, and that's what we intend to do this year.
Everybody's going to be shooting for us because we won a division last year. We won a championship. We got to the Super Bowl, even though we lost. People still consider us as a Super Bowl contender with the talent and the team that we have and the coaches and the organization. I think we can get back there just as easy as we did last year.
The Bills did make it back to the Super Bowl, and propelled by the NFL's leading offense, they cruised through the AFC, scoring more touchdowns than any other team in the league. Buffalo kissed the competition goodbye, posting a conference best 13-3 record. The 1991 Buffalo Bills, American Football Conference champions.
In order to get anywhere, you got to start where the teams that you face twice a year, start right there. And I think the teams in our division, the Dolphins, which every year give us a hard time. First of all, we're not even thinking about the Super Bowl. We got to win our division first.
In the season opener, the Bills focused on improving their defense against the run.
The left inside linebacker.
But instead, the attention rested on the one man who keeps everyone on the run, Jim Kelly, commander of the no-huddle offense. And Buffalo started the year at breakneck pace.
Here's Kelly looking. He throws and he drills it in there to Reed at the 40. Reed at the 35, at the 30. Down the sideline to the 20. 10, 5, touchdown. Oh, what a great play.
Just as quickly as Kelly lifted everyone's expectations, his season appeared to screech to a halt.
Kelly is hurt. He is hurt horribly. And holding his left knee.
With both Kelly and Bruce Smith sidelined with injuries, Buffalo fell behind 17-7. The Bills had won 8 of their last 9 games against the Dolphins, but this time it seemed their number was up. However, Buffalo still had an ace to play in Frank Reich, and he delivered a winning hand to a partner whose last 8 catches had gone for touchdowns.
So a throw, and it's a touchdown to Butch Roll. Nice fake by Frank.
To stop Miami, Buffalo's defense came up with a scheme that looked brilliant.
We call Red Dog out of it. Some normal Red Dog. We got comeback. Okay?
Linebacker Darryl Talley red-dogged and broke through the Dolphins' barricade.
First 37, I couldn't even get to the backer. He was flowing so fast.
What's called right?
Yeah, he flew so fast out of there. Hickey went outside running.
For the rest of the game, Bill linebackers flowed to the ball and clogged all running lanes.
Let's go, baby. Let's tighten it up now. Tighten it up and get after it. Let's go.
Buffalo's defense held firm and kept Miami's ball carriers out of the end zone in the third quarter.
We're going right now off the biscuit inside call with the Ripper Liz as base. This linebacker now can do this on flow, or he can do what? He can run free. We don't worry about the bend. Now, backside linebacker, you got to play a hard bend in that C-gap for us back there. All right? Get the son of a done. Let's get the son of a done. Let's go.
The Bills not only finished the job, they showed shades of domination by stopping Miami on 3rd and 1 in the 4th quarter.
And I think the Bills man, no, it's loose again, and now the Bills have it. It is picked up by Kelso.
Bill fans had plenty of reason to cheer when Jim Kelly returned and helped Buffalo regain the lead.
Kelly has the ball. Kelly has time. Kelly throws long. Thomas at the 30, at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Thurman Thomas!
Thurman Thomas became the first player in Bills history to gain over 100 yards receiving and rushing in one game. And his second touchdown sealed the win.
Thurman Thomas, 5, down to the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. He has scored. Thurman Thomas has scored.
Yeah, baby, the Bills are back. Yeah, baby. Yeah, we back. We are back.
I don't know if you can say that, but I tell you one thing. They came to play, and we came to play. It's what you call a good old-fashioned football game, one of those hard-fought ones that you had to play extremely well on offense and defense.
After rolling up a team record 583 yards in their first game, the Bills gave an encore performance a week later.
Kelly all alone back there, and he will throw long, and it is caught for the touchdown by Don Beebe. Back to pass. Can't find anyone. Rolls to the right. Throws. Beebe, touchdown. Kelly will throw. Can't find anybody. Now loops it there, and it's caught by Beebe for the touchdown. Takes the snap, drops back, throws. Beebe, touchdown. Do you believe it? 4 TD passes for Don Beebe. Unbelievable.
Don Beebe tied a team record with 4 touchdown catches, and Jim Kelly set a new club mark by passing for 6 scores. Buffalo ran 85 plays and never stopped looking for an opportunity to go deep.
Looking, now throws long, a man is down there, Lofton. He's got it in for the touchdown. James Lofton. What a great throw, 55 yards for the TD.
Outside stick. They both safety stuck. They didn't want to move.
While Kelly itemized every flaw in the Steelers' secondary, the Bills' defense made their own list of objectives.
You can't get the TV, or the radio, or the watch, or the telephone, or the ring. Got to get a sack so I can get a big bag of popcorn. That's it, bro.
Although Cornelius Bennett was thinking with his stomach, Nate Odoms used his head.
Throws, and the catch is made up around the 32. Stolen away there. It is stolen away by Odoms, and Odoms runs in for the touchdown.
Odom's first career touchdown ended a day in which Buffalo looked invincible.
Wow. We're going to the Super Bowl this year. Okay. We're going to win it this time.
Only one factor was absent from a championship formula.
How close would you say you know your knee better than anybody?
Well, like I said, we really don't know because you have to get strength in your knee before you can actually go out there. If your knee is not strong enough, meaning the muscles around the knee, then you're just going to go back there and re-injure it. Okay. All right?
By week 3, league officials were on hand to witness head coach Marv Levy's record-setting offense. And in the Meadowlands, Buffalo's Stampede produced beautiful results.
Kelly waiting. Has Thomas in the backfield with him. Sets it up behind him. Dropping back. Throws. It is caught by Reed. In for the touchdown. Wait a minute. Touchdown. Yes, it is a touchdown for Reed.
Andre Reed caught Kelly's 9th scoring pass of the year, and Scott Norwood added 3 field goals, including a career-best 52-yarder. The Bills roster is abundant with quality special team performers. Chris Moore handled the punting duties, and his kicks were usually run down by Steve Tasker, number 89, who made sure every returner regretted fielding the ball. Although Buffalo trailed late in the game, there was little need for concern. Bennett stuffed New York's running game, and James Williams grounded the Jets' aerial attack. interception kept the Bills flying high, and Thurman Thomas ensured a smooth flight by snagging a team record 13 passes. After 3 weeks, Thomas led the NFL in rushing, receptions, and yards from scrimmage. Naturally, the Bills called on him in the pinch.
Kelly under center, 2nd and 5 at the 15. Dropping back against the zone, he throws. Thurman Thomas, touchdown! Thurman Thomas on the touchdown reception, and the Bills have taken the lead.
The standard bearer of a championship franchise is its defense, and considering the Bills hadn't won in Tampa in their last 5 visits, Buffalo hoped its defense would show its true colors. Bennett and his teammates came shining through. Vinny Testaverde was knocked out of the game, and his replacement, Chris Chandler, was knocked about. The Bills' defense allowed only 1 touchdown and set up several scoring opportunities for their offense.
Kelly calling the play, maybe changing it. Takes the snap, drops back, looks, throws. He's got a man there. The tight end, McKellar, at the 10-5, in for the touchdown. Keith McKellar in for the TD.
You guys don't miss a thing, do you?
On September 29th came a matchup no one wanted to miss. A battle between the Bears and the Bills, 2 undefeated teams unaccustomed to losing. Chicago 23-2 in September since 1984, and Buffalo 12 wins in a row at home.
It's going to be kind of hectic today. Real hectic. It's going to be a place for the faint of heart to stay at home. So stay at home if you don't want to get hit.
One guy who couldn't stay at home anymore was Bruce Smith. He suited up for his first game of the season and dictated the tempo from the start. As expected, this was a battle of brawn, but it was also a battle of brains.
Get that ball back! Nice head. Nice head.
Keep your head about yourself now. Keep your head about yourself.
Jim Kelly used his head by spotting Chicago's safety crowding the line of scrimmage.
Dropping, looking, throwing long to the end zone. Edwards, touchdown! And finally, the Bills are on the board. Motion by the tight end. Carwell Gardner, he dives in. I don't think he got it. Fumble in the end zone. Let's see, did they get on it?
Carwell Gardner's heads-up play counted for 6 as the Bills went on to score 21 unanswered points. Kelly made another smart move by calling Butch Roll's number.
Here is a fake by Kelly and a pass, and it is caught for the touchdown by Butch Roll. Who else? Mr. Touchdown in that situation.
A club record 80+ thousand saw the Bills show no mercy.
Kelly will throw on first. Lets it go long down the field, and it is taken by Lofton at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, at the 5. He backs in, doing a dance for the touchdown. 77 yards for the TD. First down outside the 10. Thurman at the 10, breaks it off, comes to the 5, and goes in for the touchdown. Thurman Thomas has scored. It is pandemonium at Rich Stadium as the score mounts to 34-13.
5-0. The Bills are 5-0.
5-0, baby.
First down at the 5.
5-0.
First and goal to go.
4-0, no more. 5-0.
5-0.
The record speak for itself.
You guys on a mission?
Yeah. We're on a mission from God, like the Blues Brothers. One more thing. The Bears.
At 5-0, the Bills were the NFL's hottest club. But on a cool night in Kansas City, they were merely one team against an entire nation. The Bills were in such a hurry to get to the end zone, they had trouble staying out of each other's way. The highest scoring team in the league was thoroughly neutralized by a Chiefs defense that held their ground and kept Buffalo out of the end zone for the first time in 3 years. Kansas City held the ball nearly 3 times as long as the Bills and won the game with a relentless running attack that rolled up 239 yards and 2 scores.
Hey, maybe we'll make the highlight film this year, man. Hey, what do you think? You gonna make the highlight film this year?
I don't know. You guys doing the highlight film? We haven't made the highlight film in 4 years.
We'll win it sometime.
We'll get on the highlight film this year. You got to dance, we'll get on it.
Shane Conlon showed he had the right moves to lead Buffalo in tackles and fumble recoveries. Ray Bentley provided support at linebacker and against the Colts helped Buffalo's defense register season bests in nearly every defensive category. The Bills regained their tough guy stature by holding Indianapolis to only 6 points and allowing just 2 yards per rush. Buffalo once again flexed its muscle as one of the league's mightiest teams and brought excitement Bills style back to their fans. When Kelly left the game in the first half with a concussion, Wright came in and kept the Bills on rapid fire.
Right to throw, and it is caught by Lofton for the touchdown. Wright waiting. Long count, maybe changing the play, dropping back. He's going to throw. He throws. Caught by McKellar. Touchdown. Mike waits, runs Kenneth Davis, cutting back across the 25, 30, 35, still going at the 40, midfield down to the 30. A spectacular touchdown run by Kenneth Davis. Shedding tacklers in his wake, 78 yards. Oh boy! What a second half by the Bills.
I was talking to Ted Margibroni, said they just went back to the basics in the second half, and you know, everything started to click.
The no-huddle was operating on full power against the Bengals as Kelly threw for nearly 400 yards, 220 to James Lofton.
Kelly looking, has time. There's the long one down the field, and it is caught for the touchdown by James Lofton.
It's hard to say whether Lofton or a defense that refused to give an inch, or Kelly, who threw for 5 touchdowns, shone brightest on this night. But one thing was certain, every Bill had a turn in the spotlight.
And he throws downfield. He's got the tight end. Metzler's at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, and at the 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Pete Metzler's. What a beautiful play.
The 8-1 Bills were greeted from their week off by a winter wonderland. Blustery conditions in Buffalo made fingers not so nimble, not so quick. Passes were blown around and batted down like unneeded sticks. While human limbs couldn't be counted on, the human spirit at Rich Stadium could. Over 78,000 frostbitten fans cheered on their Bills, and Thurman Thomas overcame the chill to carry the ball a career-high 32 times for 126 yards. Thomas's touchdown helped cool a Patriot rally. But ahead by only 5 points, it was up to Buffalo's defense to ice the game.
Let's not go crazy with it now. Hold on. Let's not go crazy with it. Listen, let's not go crazy. Hold on. You would just slide. Yeah. One man over. Just slide one man over. Everybody slide one man over. And I'll pick up whoever comes. You pick up the free man. I'll pick up whoever comes. You see what I'm saying? Everybody
25 seconds left. Millen back. Millen looks. Millen throws. And it is broken up and intercepted by the Bills. Picked off by Darryl Talley on the deflection. And the Bills have the ball, and that will end the game.
Defensive coordinator Walt Corey's job in 1991 was to make the Bills' defense top-notch without their #1 star. Darryl Talley, Leon Seals, Jeff Wright, Carlton Bailey, Shane Conlon, Ray Bentley, and Cornelius Bennett were the base of a unit that was on the field more than any other defense in the league. They cleared alleys for safety blitzes and for each other. Number 90, Phil Hansen. Mike Lodish, Mark Pike, and Hal Garner played key roles in situation substitution. The secondary was defended by Odoms, Leonard Smith, Kirby Jackson, and Mark Kelso, number 38. More quality depth came from James Williams and Clifford Hicks, number 27. No defense allowed fewer touchdown passes. All for one and one for all, like the Three Musketeers, Bill defenders work as a group. Here, Lodish occupies 2 blockers, allowing Bennett to go one-on-one. In 1991, Cornelius Bennett earned his 3rd Pro Bowl nomination, and in head coach Marv Levy's words, played some of the greatest defense ever seen on a football field. In Week 11, Bennett smelled out a reverse, disrupting Green Bay's rhythm, then snuffed out the Packers' passing attack. In Week 12, Miami witnessed a biscuit trifecta.
Out of the shotgun, dropping back, pressure, and he is sacked. He loses the ball. Let's see, it is picked up by the Bills and run in for a touchdown by Cornelius Bennett. Touchdown. How do you like that? Marino lost the ball. The biscuit picked it up and ran in for the touchdown.
Bennett recorded a strip, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown, all on one mighty play. Buffalo's defense kept Miami and Dan Marino under wraps by flooding his passing lanes and forcing several timely turnovers.
Boy, the Bills have shortened the field 3 times on Miami turnovers for 17 of their points.
Number 5, Brad Daloiso, joined the Bills in 1991 to handle the kickoff duties. After leading the league in kickoff coverage the last 4 years, Buffalo's special team stayed right on track by forcing a 5th Dolphin turnover, which was quickly converted into a score.
So the big turnover on the kickoff. The Bills capitalize on it.
It's a blowout, friends.
In New England, Buffalo was caught off guard. But this was worse than candid camera, as the entire country saw the Patriots take an unexpected path to beat the Bills.
It is a touchdown for Hugh Millen, and the Patriots have taken the lead.
Our goal, realistically, is to hold every team under 20 points. I mean, you want to do better than that if you can, but we feel like if we can hold teams under 20 points, we have an excellent chance of winning.
Scoring points is the credo of Buffalo's point-a-minute offense. No breaks, no slowdowns, no huddles. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
You better hurry.
Kelly calls the plays at the line of scrimmage, and his teammates scurry into position. In this frantic get-up-and-go, Kelly can call a bomb to James Lofton, who caught 57 passes for over 1,000 yards. Or reverse to Andre Reed, whose running ability helped him gain over 1,100 yards on 81 receptions.
Hurry. You better hurry.
Starting fullback Carwell Gardner even fits in as a receiver. When the no-huddle gets into a flow, the quarterback is like a conductor. Center Kent Hull waits for direction to put the ball in play. The cornerstones are guard Jim Richer and tackle Will Wolford, who have 18 years of experience together. Glenn Parker and Howard Ballard, number 75, fill out the right side of the line. These 5 linemen have no nicknames, want no nicknames, and crave nothing more than carving a clear lane for Bill passers. Benefiting from such unselfish play are receivers Al Edwards, Don Beebe, and tight ends Pete Metzelars, Butch Roll, and Keith McKellar, number 84. In 1991, Buffalo led the league in rushing. The guard and tackle cleared the way with running backs like Kenneth Davis in close pursuit. Davis gained a career-high 624 yards in a backup role to the AFC's leading rusher, Thurman Thomas. Thomas is the back who does everything. He gained career highs in rushing yards with 1,407. Yards per carry, 4.9. And was the NFL's leader in total yards from scrimmage.
Kelly waiting, backing up, looking, and throws, and it is caught there by Thurman Thomas, and he runs in for the touchdown.
It was of no surprise Thomas was named the NFL's Player of the Year.
This is the best team that I've had the opportunity to go into a football season coaching. It's a team which is capable of winning a game at any time in the game. They're never out of the game. They believe they can come back, and it's based on their having the talent to do so and the type of team feeling it takes to be able to do that.
Beautiful weather, beautiful weather. Let's go.
Boy, baby. Tell them to run this up. All right? It's going to be 4 after the game.
A victory against New York would clinch the Bills' 4th straight AFC East title. But early on, it was the Jets that put a good grip on Jim Kelly. The Jets recovered, but onto the field came someone who had been absent since week 5. Bruce Smith put the Jets on the run.
Coming up, O'Brien is chased. He throws, and it's intercepted in the end zone. It is intercepted by Kirby Jackson, who runs it out of the end zone.
Come and get us, boys!
Hey, defense.
Come and get us!
That's the conference today.
Smith commanded the respective double-team blocks, allowing teammates less obstructed routes to the passer. The Bills' defense swarmed in for 3 sacks, one courtesy of good coverage in the secondary and a pass rusher who never gave up.
Another big play from the Bills' defense.
Oh, boy, Johnny on the spot.
He's back. He's back.
With Bruce and the defense back to full strength, Buffalo's offense set out to claim title number 4. Thurman Thomas rushed for 124 yards. Jim Kelly set a team record for touchdown passes in a season. Leading by 4 points in the 4th quarter, Kelly put the game out of reach.
3rd and 17 at the 27. Kelly to throw to the end zone. It's there. Touchdown! The Bills have won their 4th consecutive AFC East Divisional Championship. The Bills win it.
Set out and said that our first objective was to win our division championship, and we've clinched it for the 4th consecutive time today. And I think it's a tribute to everybody in our organization and to the type of support we've had from our fans.
It's said Buffalo fans are the best fans in the world. Hostage Terry Anderson welcomed freedom wearing a Bills sweatshirt. From From coast to coast, Buffalo's faithful follow. And in Week 15, they witnessed the greatest comeback game of the season.
Downfield to Al Edwards and Kenneth Davis. It is high and short. And Edwards has it at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield. What a return by little Al Edwards. He scored.
In a game in which the Bills never led during regulation, the Raiders jump far ahead.
They rush him, he fakes, he starts to run, and now he throws and completes it to Brown. He's at the 45 at midfield, down the sideline to the 40, breaks the tackle, gets to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and scores a touchdown. Mark Kelso could not hold the tackle.
Trailing by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, Kelly rallied the Bills.
Waiting, dropping back, cocking the arm, looking, can't find anybody. And he throws, touchdown in the end zone. It is Keith McKellar. Kelly looks, throws, touchdown. It is Lofton. And it is an even game. We are tied. Here's the kick by Norwood, up on the way, and it is no good. It hit the upright. It is no good.
In what he later called the worst game of his life, Scott Norwood missed 3 potential game-winning field goals.
Here we go, 15 seconds to play, 27 all. Here's the kick, it's on the way, and it is no good. He missed it to the right. Do you believe it?
My goodness.
Do you believe it?
In overtime, Norwood's teammates gave him one last chance.
He throws long, and it is intercepted by Kelso.
Kelso's interception was moved into kicking range by Andre Reed. For Norwood, the 4th time was the charm.
Waiting for the snap. Right, arm extended. The snap in the air, long enough, and it is good. And the Bills have won it. Scott Norwood goes from GOAT to hero with a 42-yard field goal. The Bills have won it in storybook fashion here in the land of glitz. What a win for the Bills, 30-27.
With a win, Buffalo would clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs. The Bills would not be traveling on the road in the postseason. Smith and the defense redirected the Colt offense, and Buffalo's special teams kept the ball in scoring territory. Clifford Hicks' 55-yard return set up one of several scores as the Bills cruised to an easy win.
This time Kelly to throw into the end zone, and this time it's a touchdown for James Lofton.
In the regular season finale, the NFL's top 2 leading rushers were supposed to battle for the rushing title. However, Thomas never got a chance to wear the crown as he rested for the playoffs. Kelly and several other starters also took the day off as Buffalo's second stringers were thrust into the lineup.
He's going to throw it, lets it fly for Tasker, touchdown! Steve Tasker, touchdown! How do you like that? Waiting for the snap now is Kramer. The ball game is on the line here. And Barry Sanders breaks off and runs in for the score. And the Lions have won it in overtime.
While Buffalo lost the game and Thomas lost the rushing title, the debate continued about who is the best back in the game today.
Who's the best back in football? I don't know, but he went to Oklahoma State.
Game day program. Programs.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is the Bills and the Chiefs, a couple of old AFL rivals dating back to 1960, ready to get it on in a playoff game here before 80,000 fans at Rich Stadium. A beautiful afternoon in Orchard Park, New York, for this time of the year at least.
When the Bills lost to Kansas City in October, Buffalo was without Bruce Smith and Jeff Wright, and the Chiefs ran up 239 yards rushing.
Right here, come on now. Good turnover now, people. Put your one on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Both Smith and Wright were back for the playoffs, and a defense that had been susceptible to the run tightened up to hold the Chiefs to just 77 yards on the ground. With the defense back near full strength, Marv Levy watched the much-maligned unit put forth a championship effort, and the capacity crowd did the rest.
You can't audible at the line. How big an audible at the line of scrimmage, and plus they're going to have to do something to account for Bruce.
The mere mention of his name strikes fear into offensive coordinators' hearts. He must be double-teamed, which leaves the tight end for the linebacker and no blocker for the safety blitz. With the Chiefs shut out in the first half, the Bills went for it all.
We got to run a different play. Jim! What do you want? We got to run a different play.
The play Kelly likes to call the most is one that ends with 83.
Now Kelly throws long to the end zone. Touchdown! It is Andre Reed! Second down and 5 for the Bills from their 47-yard line. And they're going to throw again, another blitz. And here's a throw downfield. Reed's got it! 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! And it is pandemonium at Rich Stadium.
On his second touchdown pass to Reed, Kelly read an all-out blitz that included the middle linebacker. Kelly audible to bring Thomas over to block, giving Kelly just enough time to let Reed break in the clear.
We need another 6 before half.
Buffalo didn't get another 6 before the half, but Norwood kicked one of his 3 field goals to give the Bills a 17-0 halftime lead.
Scott Norwood is back. 47 yards for Scotty.
On Buffalo's first possession of the third quarter, Kelly added another touchdown to the oldest receiver in league history to gain over 1,000 yards in a season.
End zone touchdown, Lofton. He ran a little hitch and go and broke by the defensive back.
James Lofton gave his defender a move that made a lasting impression.
They came up, they blitzed. I just followed through. I saw your stick move. The guy's still standing out there. Good job.
Well, this is the first step. This is a big step. This is the first step. Let's keep playing this. Don't get that. Still a lot of time. Let's keep playing hard.
Leading 24-0, the Bills' secondary knew there was only one way for the Chiefs to try and get back in the game. Four second-half interceptions sealed the victory. The Bills exacted their revenge in a game that bore no resemblance to the one played earlier in the season at Arrowhead. Well, maybe one thing looked the same. The chop was dead, but Levy's Bills were very much alive.
Marty, good luck. Great job.
Wow,
good luck to you.
Everything went our way.
All right. Well, hey, seems to me I remember something the opposite way about 9-10 weeks ago.
Buffalo didn't forget its last encounter either.
People tell you that your defense ain't worth nothing. That's bullshit. You know, I hate to use that word, but hey, we showed what we did today, and we made our statement on the field.
Good afternoon, everybody. On a sun-kissed day in Orchard Park, New York, it's the AFC Championship game. The temperature up around 40 degrees with a gentle breeze coming out of the southwest at about 15 miles an hour. A fast track. It should be an exciting and high-scoring game as the Bills take on the Broncos, and then it's the Super Bowl for the winner.
Great day for football. Great day for football, Al.
The ball was clearly in offensive coordinator Ted Marchibroda's hands, but the problem was his no-huddle offense couldn't do much with it. After coasting through defenses all year long, the AFC Championship became an uphill battle. And the Bills were losing ground. Buffalo's faithful made sure Denver had a hard time moving the ball as well. During football's 11th hour, the Bills' defense held nothing back, attacking with an intensity and passion that characterized one of the best defensive championship games ever played. The shootout became the shutout. It seemed as if both ends of the field had been roped off. No admittance, no exceptions. As the second half began, a frantic race occurred to reach the end zone.
And he's going back to throw. A little screen pass, batted down and intercepted by Carlton Bailey. He runs in for the touchdown. He runs in for the score. It is pandemonium. Carlton Bailey intercepted it, broke a tackle, and ran in for the score.
Little-known linebacker Carlton Bailey became a household name. By scoring Buffalo's only touchdown, Bailey secured his place in Bills history. But it was nose tackle Jeff Wright's keen memory that helped make it happen. Earlier in the game, Wright had been burned when his all-out rush on John Elway left an opening for the Bronco quarterback to dump the ball to the freed-up back. The Broncos utilized this middle screen often, and Wright remembered. So when Denver set it up again with the back ready to break free off a block, Wright stayed put in the passing lane. The resulting tip to Bailey was the Bills' biggest play of the season. It was fitting that such a great defensive game was decided by a defensive touchdown. When Elway left the game in the second half with a deep thigh bruise, it appeared Denver's chances for victory left with him.
They're going to go to Minneapolis next week. That's what's riding on the shoulders or the foot of number 11, Scott Norwood, a 44-yard field goal attempt.
There's the put down, the kick is up, and it is long enough, and it is good! It is good! Scott Norwood has put this crowd on its feet!
But the Broncos did manage to score 7 points, which made Scott Norwood's second-half field goal his most important kick of the season. Leading 10-7, Buffalo was one play away from Super Bowl 26.
Make a big play. Let's get a turnover.
Kirby Jackson honored Smith's request.
Kubiak has been brilliant. He backs up in the pocket and lets it fly short, and Sewell is swung around and loses the ball. Let's see how they will rule it.
The quest was over, the journey done.
It is Bill's ball. It is Bill's ball at the 43-yard line. And the Bills are going back to the Super Bowl. It is Mission Minneapolis.
We're going to show. We're going to show. We're going to show.
The Bills have done it again for the second year in a row.
Buffalo's preseason goal of returning to the Super Bowl was met.
On behalf of everybody, the Buffalo Bills, I accept this trophy with pride for the fans of Buffalo and for the organization. Thank you very much.
Let's move over and have a word with
That's what it's all about right here. This is it, baby. Yes! Yes! Come on, we got him behind now. We've been a high day.
What seemed like a dream season quickly turned into a nightmare. Buffalo never saw it coming. An offense blessed with 5 Pro Bowl performers wasn't enough. The Bills did not win Super Bowl 26. But while some consider this a crushing blow, the Bills will recover, as they always recover. Next year, they will enter camp loved as they have always been loved.
Oh, you miss me, man? Yeah. Why didn't you run up there where I was? What's your name?
They have worked hard to become perennial champions, and a second loss in a Super Bowl will only make the Bills strive harder towards Super Bowl 27. 4 straight AFC East titles and 2 consecutive AFC Championships have proven that. The 1991 Buffalo Bills, AFC champions.